Hello, welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP in the Gold Saucer when judging begins every Friday for the Fashion Report minigame. This is week 412, and the theme this time around is Ironworks Cultural Investigator, with Sid approved for your chest, Simply Saucer for your hands, A Pirate's Life for legs, and Omega ornamentation for the clues for your feet there. In this video, we have a 100 score as well as an easy 80, with the changes with patch 7.4 to glamour being unrestricted with both roll and of course level. This is so much easier than it ever used to be. Okay, for the 100 score then, for our first fashion report after the launch of patch 7.4, you're going to see some interesting mixes here. So first of all, we've gone for the augmented Ironworks Cuirass of Maiming. Basically, any augmented or original Ironworks armor will work for this slot, including carbon weave sets, carbon weave gathering and crafting stuff, the Ironworks fending stuff. You can get those here. Ironworks gear can be purchased from Mordona. Go to Revenant's Toll and then go to the top of the hill and find Oriana, the Servant of Splendors, and simply go to either Disciple of War or Magic. It really doesn't matter anymore. I'm just going to go in here and purchase any of the chess pieces for 510 poetics. I'm just going to buy the Cuirass of Maiming. Even though I can't use the item, it doesn't matter anymore. And it doesn't matter what job or level you are now, so if you can get your hands on a piece of gear, you can use it as glamour. Moving on to our arms then, I went for the bunny loops because they are probably the cheapest of these options. Alternatively, the gambler's gloves and the bunny chief loops will work as well for Simply Saucer. The gambler's gloves or the bunny or bunny chief loops from the prize claim vendor in the Gold Saucer, go onto the gear section, and you can either go for the gambler's gloves, which are 30,000 MGP, or we can go for the bunny loops, which are 25,000 MGP, so we might go for those. And there's also the bunny chief loops as well, but they're 30. So I would probably recommend going for the bunny ones because they're 25,000 MGP, which is probably the best option for this week for that slot. And then for our legs, I went for the Holy Rainbow Sarawel of Fending, which you can get here. For those legs, I'm over here in the Jeweled Grozier at the Firmament of Ishgard. Just teleport over here, go down into the market area and talk to Norlays, the armorer. Doesn't matter if you go Disciple of War, so let's just go Disciple of War. And then on the level 52 tab, you will find the Sarawel that we're looking for. So we're looking for the Holy Rainbow Sarawel. It doesn't matter which one you go for. It really doesn't matter at all, even with the 7.4 changes. So we're just going to pick up the Fending one. Yep, 11,880 gil. And again, we're mixing Fending gear with Maiming gear. I never thought we'd see the day, but the glamour changes are brilliant for that. And then finally, we have the Omicron shoes of Maiming that I've purchased here, which you can obtain from Alphascape Normal. For those feet, then, I'm just simply going to go into Alphascape V1 unsynced at level 100. Of course, if you are level 70, you will be able to take part in this as well, but obviously in a group. So you should be able to queue for that on a free trial. But yeah, this fight isn't that difficult, honestly, these days, unsynced with even average gear. I don't think I've even got gear relative to the expansion at this point. Yeah, it's just all like Historia stuff, so yeah, should be able to do that with just tome gear. And then what you're looking for is the pedals specifically, which, there we go, we got pedals there. And basically, once you've got two of the pedals, we then go over to Ralga's Reach and go over to the Omega Parts Exchange at Gelthradus. And we go to the Alphascape Part Exchange. Doesn't matter which one. Like we say, with 7.4, it doesn't matter anymore. And once you've got two of the pedals, which will probably require you to do 2 runs of that. I've already done some in the past. You can go for any of the shoes. Any will work for any role, it doesn't matter. So you might want to check out what they look like, so if you want some glamour for the future. But I'm just going to pick any old pedal. And it doesn't matter which ones you go for. Basically, the 100 scores are going to be a lot simpler going forward. There are still going to be some significant restrictions. And of course, we're going to do our best to make it more accessible for as many people as possible. Speaking of which, let's look at an easy 80. For one such easy 80 then, combining just simply dyes and a Holy Rainbow Sarawel, we have got Soot Black on any chest in a game. We've got Sut Black die on any hands in the game. And then we've gone for those Holy Rainbow Sarawell Offending, which you can get from a level 52 tab of either Disciple of War or Magic off of Norlays in the Jeweled Grosier, which is the market district of the Firmament of Ishgard. Those will only cost you 11,880 gil, and then we're dyeing those Sut Black as well. And then finally a vendor purchase dye, which you can even buy from Kasumi next to us if you want to, or a dye merchant in a city-state such as Nanabe in Uldar, some rose pink on any boots in the game. So those 4 dyes plus a Holy Rainbow Sarawell of whatever you want, equipped with something in every slot, will get you an 80 score guaranteed. Very simple then. I think the glamour change has made Fashion Report incredibly easy. Another way of doing this would be to combine any 2 items, of course. For example, if you wanted to get the Holy Rainbow Sarawell of whatever, I've gone for Fending here, and you combine that simply with any of the augmented or original Ironworks chess piece, which again is with your Tomestones of Poetics from Oriana in Mordona, then having something else equipped in every slot will also get you an 80 score. There are lots of ways to do Fashion Report now, and even more ways for you to break the boundaries that normally made this a lot harder with the fashion restrictions. But anyway, I'm going to continue doing these videos because there'll always be a need for more MGP. There are some new additions in 7.4 for MGP cost, but there's not a great deal. Most of them just appear to be either a voice pack for Mahjong, which includes 2 new characters added to that, which I'm not going to tell you because they're spoiler related, they're raid related and story related. And additionally, there are some new adventurer plates as well, which we did a video on. But hopefully you're enjoying my 7.4 coverage. I'll do my best to cover as much as I physically can over the holiday season, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.